Congratulations, you've unlocked All Apologies, a show about apology tours and demanding satisfaction. I'm your host, Trucker Andy, and with me, as always, is your co-host.
He's a fucking
It's
Chad.
Joe Sixpack, everybody. Hey.
I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit.
My drops are all over the place now. Hey, everybody, don't forget to go to YouTube and Instagram and allapologiespodcast.com to find all the links to our social media. Andy, we got a lot to talk about and some special guests. So let's just jump into it, unless you had any housekeeping you wanted to get to first.
No, I'm
I see your
thrilled.
Rob Saul background is still up.
Yeah, don't spoil it. Yeah, I forgot to take that down, but it's there for a very special reason. I will plug Skeptical Robot. Not this come Friday. If you're watching this now on Wednesday, Friday, Cayley and I will be on our new show, Edge Files, but we'll be promoting that on Skeptical Robot. I think we're talking about Tammy Faye Baker and
Ooh.
her husband. What's his name? Jimmy Baker. No, that's not it. But anyway, it's up to Luigi to explain that to us, not me to explain it to you now. But and then the following week, Carl from Who Are These Podcasts is going to be on Skeptical Robot, and this backdrop is a teaser for that. So make sure to go follow Skeptical Robot. And I don't want to waste any time. I want to bring on our very special guest. It's been a long time. Please welcome New Girl back to the show. Yay!
Yay.
And to kick off the show, Joe, we gotta this is all over the Twitter sphere, right? This the Coldplay CEO kiss cam. Nelly,
Yeah.
what do you know about this?
Oh, it is just incredible. Like, it's just blown up the past couple of days, and it's just brought the internet together. So it was the CEO of some company, don't ask me, and his chief HR have both married, gone to the Coldplay concert, and they've done like a kiss cam. And the video is great, and he's just like cradling her, and it comes on, and they both just absolutely shit themselves.
Yeah, kiss cam at a concert the way you always do, because you're gonna go to a concert and be like, "Oh, yeah," and then they'll put a camera on the audience.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Chris Martin?
Chris Martin even goes, either they're really shy or they're hanging a fur, and I'm like, oh, great. The woman next to them is like bright red and awkward, and it's just fucking brilliant. And the best thing is if they probably hadn't reacted like that, it wouldn't have gone viral, because everyone thought nothing of it.
Yeah.
So they took themselves even deeper, and it's just made the best memes for 2 days straight. I will send all of them to you later. You'll love it.
You're right in that had they not done anything, it wouldn't have gone viral. But I would also say, well, how many of their employees were at that concert as well? You know?
I know. What a couple of idiots.
Yeah.
And this guy, the CEO, Andy Byron, apparently has issued this statement that reads, and I read, "I want to acknowledge the moment that's been circulating online and the disappointment it's caused. What was supposed to be a night of music and joy turned into a deeply personal mistake playing out on a very public stage. I want to sincerely apologize to my wife, my family, and the team at Astronomer. They deserve better from me as a partner and a father and as a leader. This is not who I want to be or how I want. All right. This is not who I am. Everybody knows that when somebody says this isn't who I am, then that it's very sincere.
I think I speak for everyone here when I say you're a jerk off.
Yeah. This is not who I want to be or how I want to represent the company I helped build. I'm taking time to reflect and visit my spiritual leaders, Joe."
Yeah. Say that.
Accept my apology. Please accept my apology, baby.
And to figure out the next steps, personally and professionally, I ask for privacy as I navigate that process. Okay. I ask for privacy now, not on Coldplay fingering my secretary, but whatever. I also want to express how troubling is that what should have been a private moment. You're in a fucking concert, idiot. Became public without my consent. Now it's the
Oh, yeah, it's everyone else's
yeah.
fault.
Now it's the guy that runs to the camera at the hockey arena that's too used to putting people on the kiss cam's fault. I respect artists and entertainers, but I hope we can all think more deeply about the impact of turning someone else's life into a spectacle.
This next
Shut
line
the fuck up.
is to end this speech with this next line, it just describes, like, what a jerk off he actually
Yeah,
is. This is the best
I
thing.
know. As a friend once sang, lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you.
Oh
Fuck,
god.
is that a
Andy,
Coldplay song?
yes.
Yes!
Dildo.
Literally, the song's called "Fix You." Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
By the way,
so bad.
as anybody who cares, here's a bunch of word salad. Astronomer empowers data teams to bring mission critical software, analytics, and AI to life. Every single fucking thing on the internet, by the way. We're
Yeah.
the company behind
There's
Astro, an
things coming
industry
out
leading what? Go ahead.
things coming out now, like, former employees about how he scammed, like, loads of people and made loads of money and got them to, like, share in stocks and then, like, fucked off, and there's
Mm,
loads of, like, I think he's just, like, well and truly just fucked himself because so much stuff is starting to come out now, and it's just
Yeah.
so beautiful to watch.
yeah,
I
yeah.
I like how he's pleading for privacy. Meanwhile, he's at a concert with a guy that went through one of the most public divorces, and everybody was crawling up Chris Martin and Gwyneth Paltrow's ass while they were, you know, consciously uppling. And
What
this
about
guy's like, "Ooh,
Apple?
what the fuck? I can't date a mistress at a Coldplay concert now." Yeah, no, you can't.
I already know
Which
today's about to be so
sports
bad on
team
the internet.
which
What?
sports team in America has the green thing with the long nose?
Oh, that's the
Mascot.
Phillies, the
Philadelphia.
Phillies.
So
Yeah,
I saw a clip today where their mascot, they've got the
Yeah,
girl version and the cam's gone and they're
yeah.
playing it out, like the 2 mascots are playing out the scene of them, like,
yeah.
separating, then there's a guy in the crowd with, like, a sign saying, "This is actually my wife," and it's just so good, honestly. I'm
Yeah,
gonna send you both everything later.
yeah,
It's perfect.
Yeah.
yep.
Thank you for reminding me of that. I almost forgot about that. We
Mhm.
should this whole episode should be about that.
We
But
should just change our
instead
whole format to the firings because there's so many.
instead, we're gonna keep covering this jerk off Eric July.
Speaking of jerk offs.
And I mean I did us a favor and moved slightly away from this because these two twins, these are known as the Soska sisters for
The twisted
New
twin.
Girl and Joe's context. They are writing for comics. They've written um what did they say? Oh, a series for Black Widow. They did Black Widow comics for Marvel, and then a lot of these creators have jumped over to the Rippaverse because they thought that it was going to be the new Image comics, which for New Girl's context, um, like Spawn, that is kind of there's a movie about Spawn. There's an animated series on
The
HBO that's
Walking Dead is on Image.
oh, right, yeah, yeah. So it's like it's like a third alternative to DC Comics and Marvel Comics, and a lot of the top tier people went that. So people saw the success of that, and this guy Eric July decided that he would try and do that all over again to far less success. And he's brought on far less talented talent that includes Sylvia and Jen Soska, who made their bones at well, the way a lot of people make their bones. They start making pretty rudimentary sophomoric horror films, but usually people grow into better, more talented artists, and these two have seemed to just languish as hack directors that lean on theatrics, and the gimmick that they're twins and funny costumes and, the fact that they're kind of, uh, you know, arguably attractive younger, people, especially back when they were getting going in 2009 and 12. They had movies coming out respectively in 2012 and 2019 that we're gonna watch the trailers for, decide whether or not these two are actually talented. But I first became aware of them on a show called Elevator that was on the Game Show Network, which is basically hunt and retrieve items hidden in a haunted house, and it looked a lot like this.
Sorry, wrong floor. That was embarrassing.
So it's an
So
escape room, basically. That's what it feels
yeah,
like. It's an escape room.
it's an escape room as um a game show. Like people are able to win thousands and thousands of dollars if you find the appropriate items on the different floors of the elevator, right? And the twins were the hosts of this, and they would lean into shtick, like Wednesday Addams type of shtick.
Mhm.
It Before I move on, do you have, first reactions here, Joe?
Um, no, not really. It's always like horror genre, always like the last version they bring in of some show. They're like, let's try it as a horror show. I remember Scream Queens. Wasn't James Gunn? Didn't James Gunn spearhead Scream Queens? I see somebody backstage
I think that
shaking
was
their head. Yes.
Ryan
Um,
Murphy and, okay, maybe James Gunn, yeah.
James
But
Gunn, because it was, like, around Slither, time, and so when they were trying to, like, cast the next Scream Queen. So I liked that show.
that show. I'm thinking of uh, the Fox show with, what's her name? Emma Roberts, Scream Queens. My bad.
Oh, yeah, no, no, no. No, a reality show, and, but yeah, they're always just like, "Oh, we have, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Can we have Who Wants to Be a Murder Victim?" Or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
and they always just so I don't appreciate the way horror's handled in that way, so I don't look at this and be like, "Oh, respect."
yeah.
Um,
Well, if you really wanna lose respect, this is the kind of shtick that they brought to the table on that show.
One, two, three.
You only live once, but you also only die once. Don't hug. Don't hug and be
yeah,
happy. Don't
is
say
that,
YOLO. I am being ridiculed. Don't shake that thing in my elevator.
Okay. So that's the kind of,
I
uh
feel
they look
like
awful in that.
I feel like it has the potential to be like something really good. Like that's something I'd probably enjoy doing. Like just high with my friends. Like it looks like it has the potential to be a great show, but they are very
It looks
irritating.
like the floor is lava.
Yeah, a little bit. I'll admit I did watch that when it was on the Game Show Network. And I mean, I like Halloween and haunted houses, so I watched a few episodes of that.
Mhm.
But I didn't realize that these 2 had a career beyond that. But somebody that did is our very special content, subject matter expert. Please welcome Cayley from What's Over Cayley to the show. Hello.
Yeah! I'm, like, angry just watching those little clips of them. I hate the Soska Sisters so much, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There
Why
is, like,
exactly? What is
nobody who makes me more frustrated than them because they're vapid, dumb girls who are trying to make horror into something that it isn't, and horror is already amazing. We don't need your boobies in order to try to make it more exciting because your boobies, 1, aren't that great, and 2, if you're making interesting content, then I can respect you. I cannot respect people who are bringing garbage to the table,
Yeah.
garbage, and then saying, "Oh, look, we're popular because we're twins and we're sort of hot, and therefore men like us. And we dress like whores when we go shop our films around to big film festivals, and therefore we're getting in." There are so many good creators. There are so many good creators that are making amazing movies. They get no attention. And because these 2 bimbos are vapid, stupid bitches who show off their boobies, they are getting success. And I hate that.
I
I
Yeah.
hate
can't
it
say
so
I agree
much.
with you here.
How are you really feel, Taylor?
I hate them. I hate them. They make me
We
so angry.
We just had the opposite opinion on the Patreon.
Surprise,
Also,
yeah.
whoever dresses provocatively on a show for attention, I don't know
Yeah,
anybody
I
who's
would
done
never do something like that. I did purposely button myself up today so
Yeah.
that I could make fun of these bitches.
Yeah.
But put
They
it on the screen, to your point, Kaylee.
I
Like,
I
put the boobies in the movie.
Yeah. I will say so they did Dead Hooker in a Trunk. That was the
Right.
first feature length. And that one I haven't seen it, but it kind of looks interesting. I will give them that, and I think that that's what put them on the map. Everything that they have done since then has been trash. I mean, just the worst movies. The first time that I was introduced to them was in 2012 when I saw American Mary at Fantastic Fest, and they were there introducing the movie, and I literally got up in the middle of the movie and walked out. It was so bad with the
Dead Hooker in a
directors
Trunk.
there.
Dead Hooker in a Trunk. Is that the sequel to Hobo with a Shotgun?
Yeah.
I wish.
Was that the clip you sent me, the Fright Fest appearance, or is that a different one?
That's a different one, but it was around
Okay.
the same time for
Yeah.
American Mary. And so they were doing these appearances where they just looked and seemed like idiots. They were
Mhm.
bringing nothing to the table. And I just cannot if you are claiming that you love horror, and I agree totally, New Girl, you brought up a great point. You said that show actually looks really interesting. If they were bringing something interesting to it, it'd be great.
Yeah.
This has the potential to be amazing, and instead of it's just trash.
If you're
Yeah.
not like, what is it defined from looking like you're in Pink Flamingos with vocal fry is not
Yeah.
a fucking bit.
Yeah.
So that we saw what they were doing on that show, but next clip, to Kaylee's point, is them being the complete opposite of what they're representing on that show, and it more like what in more of the vapid bitch version. Well, they're this is an interesting clip. They're putting it via satellite on a radio show, but they are on screen, and the host is remote. It's very strange, but the point will be made that they're fucking idiots.
Oh yeah, Valder Beebe. I don't know who that is.
Well, hi.
Alder Beebe.
Hi, Jen and Sylvia Soska. How are you?
We're wonderful. How are you?
I am so wonderful. I want to thank you for joining me here on the Valder Beebe Show, broadcasting live from Dallas, Texas on a global platform.
Oh, thank you so much for having us. We love Dallas, Texas.
Oh no.
I hate you.
No.
It's a good thing I know that it's on a global platform, Valder. Whatever the fuck you're talking about. But yeah, they're so bubbly and happy to be there as opposed to the apathetic, like sardonic
Do you know what they
version of
remind me
Katie.
of? You know how what's that Kardashian who's with Travis Barker now? Do you like and think they're all like, oh, if I dress like a bit
That's trying to
gothy and
trick me into
dark
knowing who
eyes,
the
and then
Kardashians
that
are.
makes me just like a hot goth chick, and everybody loves the hot, but you're like, it just it seems so fake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it all everything that they feels like an act, and it feels like they have figured out the marketing genius of being somewhat attractive twin sisters who are dressing gothy. And
Mhm.
it's
I'm gonna
working for them, but I hate you for doing it.
side story real quick because I used to work for a news station. I know that these interview things that they do, they're just sitting in a room and they bring in journalists over and over again. It's up to I don't know what Walter Beebe's doing, but she's doing it poorly. But at one point, I got to ask Rick Baker a question, who's a makeup movie art makeup artist. And I'll throw this to Kaylee because this I found this very interesting. Out of all of the creatures that Rick Baker did, and I don't know if I'm putting you on the spot here, I said, "Which is his favorite?" And he's like, "That's like picking your favorite child." But he had to come up with one. Do you have a guess? Or I don't know if you're
He
familiar with all of his creatures.
it's funny. I literally just looked at his entire body of work like a couple of days ago, and obviously none of that is in my mind right now.
Sure.
But
You
he
don't
did
have to
yeah,
know, but
no. What did he say?
Did he say did he do American Werewolf in London?
I think so.
He
Yeah,
did.
and
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
very close because it was, Harry from Harry and the Hendersons, because
Oh.
it was such a mix of, like, everything. It's like they had because there was a guy in a suit, there was animatronics, like the facial expressions and all of the things that went into it. So he said that Harry from Harry and the Hendersons was his favorite. But anyway, but
Yeah.
back to
I
the
didn't even know that he
scores.
did that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, interesting. Let's watch a movie trailer that is the complete opposite of something that's good. This is the trailer for Kaylee's favorite movie, American
I
Mary.
fucking hate this movie.
If anybody will stop it at any point, just yell out.
I'm yelling out. Can I yell out now?
Yeah. Yeah. Please tell us your thoughts on American Mary.
I hate this movie so much.
Is it supposed to be like Audition or something?
You
They
get that vibe from the vinyl aprons. Yeah.
they very clearly knock off a lot of things.
Please say more.
I hate them so much. American Mary has got to be one of the worst movies that has ever been created. And I hate Waterworld so much. This movie might like legitimately be worse than Water.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of movies worse than Waterworld. I mean, I'm
Rick,
not
Rick
not true at
Baker
all.
did the effects in Water. No, I'm kidding.
I think I'm gonna have to hate watch this film tonight now so I can understand this. I
Yeah.
need to.
Well, we're
I need
gonna
to-
watch a couple of trailers, so maybe you'll find another one that looks even because that's the thing with these trailers. A lot of times I'll be up late, you know, imbibing and looking for something to watch, and you say, "Oh, this title card looks cool," and then you watch the trailer and realize that the quality is in the toilet, and most of these trailers do that. So
The trailer that you sent me, I had to watch it 3 times because I was like, "No, what?" And I was trying, is it a skit? And then I went to the comment section, and the comments are great, amazing.
yeah,
Not so
yeah, it
good.
makes no fucking sense. Yeah.
Incredible.
School tonight. That shouldn't come as a surprise to you. I'm changing special, Dr. Grant.
What's most upsetting to me, it's like this is the girl from Ginger Snaps, and she was in Freddy vs. Jason, and I kind of enjoy this actress, and then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, she's doing this piece of shit as well.
Yeah.
Yee.
Have you ever heard of body modification?
It's even more frustrating because I love torture porn. Like this is one of my favorite genres of movies. I love a fake snuff film. I want to enjoy and appreciate all of these sorts of effects. And it's so clear that at some point in their lives they were horror lovers, and then they were like, "Well, let's just do all of these tropes." But we don't understand what any of these tropes mean, so there's going to be no meaning behind any of them. And then ended up with garbage like this. Like, let me watch people get murdered in the craziest ways possible, and I will enjoy the shit out of your movie. These girls don't have it. No.
Ik voel wie Dr. Mengele heute Abend.
What's that?
Twins, ja?
Yeah.
They're in it.
They insert themselves into their own movie. They're just,
The Hitchcock.
yeah,
You're just like
I'm just
Alfred Hitchcock.
yeah. Look at me. I'm the next Tarantino because I'm in my own movie.
That trailer makes me want to like this movie, but I know if I started watching it again, I would get just as hateful and angry. My first introduction to the Soska Sisters was back in 2012 when this came out. I did not even realize that they were a part of the Rippaverse and that they were involved in all of this Eric July stuff. Tony from Hack the Movies just told me that like a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, what? Like, I had no idea. I had no idea that my horrible worlds of horrible people are all colliding.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I like when Joel and Ethan Cohen put themselves in their movies. That's my favorite.
all the best directors do that. They want themselves on screen instead of talented and attractive actors. But another one, this was the one that I think Cayley was the most upset about, was Rabid, because it's a remake of a Cronenberg film, correct?
Correct. And first of all, there was a very famous quote that Frank Oz said when he was making Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, which is actually a remake. A lot of people don't know that that was a remake. It
Right.
was a remake of a movie called Bedtime Stories. And when he was making Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, somebody in an interview asked him, "Well, why are you remaking a horrible movie?" Bedtime Stories had gotten horrible. Nobody liked it. It was trash. And he said, "Well, you don't need to remake a good movie. So first of all, don't mess with Cronenberg films. And second of all, especially don't do it if you're the Soska sisters and you don't understand what the original movie was about in the first place." Like when you are so stupid that you don't understand the concept of a film, you cannot remake it. You especially cannot remake it into something better. And again, it's Cronenberg. It doesn't need to be remade. It's perfect how it is.
Yeah. This seems to be what is that zombie, maybe like a 28 days later,
Frank
some
Oz, he's what, Miss Piggy?
Yes.
yes,
And
most famous
Yoda.
famous for being Miss Piggy. And also the professor at the, spy academy in Spies Like Us.
Yes.
My favorite role of his. Okay.
Oh God, that's so awful.
Yeah. I will say as the years go on, you could see the budget going into better equipment, not so much better directing, but
Yes.
this looks a little bit better than the last one.
They are getting funded because they're boobies.
Right. And when we get to the meat and potatoes of the episode, you're gonna see that it looks pretty good, but we'll get to that.
Hang on one.
That's God.
I just want to know, New Girl, what movies do you watch?
What kind of I love 80s movies, me, like really
80s?
easy teen 80s movies.
Like rom-com 80s stuff?
Yeah, 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 Pretty in Pink, all that stuff. It's just the films that I loved growing up. But then
Here's
I like the action movies and stuff as well. I will literally watch anything. Like I just like sitting watching films. That's all I do.
yeah.
I don't watch TV or anything. So yeah.
This is very much schlock, that I don't know much about or whatever, but wanted to so I just like, you and I are just kind of watching this for the first time, so I just wanted to understand where your tastes lie.
Yeah, I mean, I like horror, but not too I'm not massively into the, like, really gory horror. That's, a bit too much for me. I don't think I'm
Mhm.
mentally stable enough for that kind of shit.
That's what these girls claim that they're
Sure.
good at.
Oh, no, she's not hot anymore.
Stem cell.
No, the worst thing of all,
Oh, the real horror!
not hot
No, it's
women.
when a young girl dies, you're like, "Oh, what a loss to the world," and everyone's just like, "Is that why it's tragic?" And they're like, "Yeah, yeah, it is."
Manipulation. It's not a new science, but it is the key to life. We are a research facility, one of the leaders in regenerative medicine.
I think you should
and we need
ban
human subjects
with
for
that.
work. It's a mutually
When you have a
beneficial
massive facial
The
wound,
human body's been through
it's not like letting some air get to it is gonna be the real solution.
a lot. You may feel weakened.
Actually, I feel great.
There are one or two side effects of the procedure that I should mention.
Tell me more about these meat cravings.
So real. That's that's what the steak I eat looks like.
Yeah, that's is that not a sponge?
I think it's a dog toy from PetSmart.
It's not just the meat, it's the blood.
It's not really made clear there. I think she bit his lip in the pool and they're making out, and so now he's got rabies. Is the plot of this movie, right, Kaylee?
Okay, sort of. This is one of the reasons that I get so frustrated by this is because Cronenberg's original Rabid, it's a body horror movie, obviously. Cronenberg made it. And it talks about the themes of it are like things like the loss of bodily integrity. And there's a lot of like the nature of sexuality that gets explored. We get to see like vulnerable self-agency is. And so the idea of having this movie be remade by women is incredibly exciting. That could be really, really interesting because these are all things that women really go through. And so the Soska sisters, if you're going to choose to remake this movie, you really could go into those things and talk about how this young woman is exploring and undergoes this like affliction of her own body. That's something that's really, really interesting. And instead, it's just completely hollow how they do it. And even watching just the trailer, this feels hollow. It's
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
also completely idiotic because having rabies has nothing to do with bloodlust. Like, you could call it ravenous or something like that, but it's not like, "Oh, I have rabies. I have a thirst for blood now." That's dumb.
Yeah, yeah. And it's been done too. It just even way better.
Better.
Can I help you?
That's me when I trying to get my morning latte.
Yeah, okay.
It's not uncommon for patients to report changes in taste post-surgery. It's a side effect of the anesthesia. Appetite.
I'm hungry all the time.
I hate them so much.
Like, was that
Cayley,
supposed to be a joke?
Joe, hang on. Cayley, I
I
know you have to go. Do you have any
I gotta
final
run.
thoughts on
Thank
Rabid?
you for letting me come and bitch
No,
about
thank
how
you.
awful these awful ladies are. I know that some people like their movies. I don't get it. But please explain to me why anybody actually loves movies without talking about hot chicks. I would love to actually be educated about what makes their movies interesting because as far as I can tell, it's nothing.
You're
So
just
I
talking about
really
the Rippaverse now. It's like, why do
yeah.
people like this?
Well, and I think I'm gonna be really excited to check out the end of this episode and your tie-in with the Rippaverse because to me it sounds like what they're doing in the Rippaverse is kind of like what they did within horror, which is they
Yeah.
said, "We
Ruin
are
it?
women." Yeah, they ruined it. They're saying we are women and therefore we potentially have a little bit of additional pull because we are diving into an area that women don't typically dive into. So horror filmmakers are not typically women. People who work within the comic book realms are not typically women. So these girls are really trying to do that, and they're really latching on to the additional cred that they're getting for having vaginas. And I have never been less interested in a vagina than these two girls. So thank you for letting me come and bitch about this. It was a pleasure seeing
Oh,
all of you
thank you for having
girls.
an interesting vagina. The
Yes, thank
wonderful
you.
Cayley, everybody.
Thank you, vagina. You're doing great. All right, I'll
Alright.
see you guys all later. Have a wonderful
Bye.
day. All right, bye.
There she goes. Our
Oh, I love hot women who get angry. It's just great, isn't it? Like there is nothing better than a hot, angry woman.
Yeah. Yeah, and she cares. She cares a lot about this.
I wish I was just like a small percentage of that passionate about any life. There is nothing I am that passionate about, and I so wish
My
there was.
problem too. I think it's just like, for me, I look at it as like the Gen X mentality of like, there's no passion. We're just like, fuck it, it's all meaningless. Why would I get excited about any of this? It's going nowhere. It's not going to live up to expectations. So that's generally how I feel about a lot of things too. And it's hard to create your own thing when you think everything sucks.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
this show. Andy,
Yeah.
where are we going?
Oh,
Well, Kaylee mentioned that they were doing a media tour about when American Mary came out. So to your point, was this an audition ripoff? They come out wearing these vinyl aprons that are reminiscent of that film, and they definitely included them in American Mary, which it's a terrible title. It doesn't say anything about what the movie's about, and it's derivative, it's hack, and we're going to learn in this clip why.
I was working on a film called Dead Hooker in a
So shrill.
Trunk, and that was a 5-year process from original creation to being finished. And when it was done, we sent it to everybody involved with the multi-collaborative Grindhouse because they were the ones who started us with the fake trailer. They inspired us to make our own film. And so I sent it to every director. We sent it to Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez, Rob Zombie, Jason Eisner, Eli Roth. Just
No mention of Edgar Wright. Okay.
saying, basically, you inspired me. Thank you so much. I made a movie and now I'm making films. And I didn't expect to hear back from anyone. And then 2 days later, we heard back from Eli Roth through MySpace. You know,
So that now we know who's
The lowest level has.
the Twitter/Facebook of Ben. So Jen didn't believe it, and she's like, yeah, so no fucking way is that Eli Roth. He's so sweet. No. She's like, so should we send it to your agent at CAA? He's like, yeah, send it here.
Listening to these two is
Awful.
pissing me off because, well, it's like, what other show is doing something like this? I wish we had the Eli Roth in Death Proof, where he's talking about how he's going to try and ply the girls with shots. Yeah, the strategy for getting girls to do as many shots as he can right now, because that's like, nah, I have no problem with Eli
Does
Roth.
does that
work, Ellie? Plying with
Yes, I would fall flat every time. I love a shot.
So he's not wrong, but he was wrong
He
about.
was like, I'm loving all of this. What's the problem? But yeah, of course it's Eli Roth reaching out to them. You know, that it's definitely he is the most appropriate of that list of people that they mentioned.
What are they
to-
wearing? Are they like butcher's aprons, but the
Yeah.
black spandex leather?
Yeah, I think it's a reference to something that the actress wears in
It's
the
a
movie.
latex romper.
Yeah.
Do you know
It's,
what? They've
looks terrible.
nailed the voice and like the way they think that like it's proven that men like dumb sounding women who have like childlike voices.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
somewhere in the men's DNA where they're kind of like, and
Yeah.
they've nailed it. Like, yeah, I can 100% get Kayla's frustration. If someone is passionate about it, but these girls have just like fully like they are putting on the best act ever. Like they have nailed it.
They're using the tools that they've been given to trick Eli Roth into letting them make this hack film. But I was just getting douche chills because listening to two twins with the same voice yammer on is exposing me.
I will say, like, hang on. We kind of brought it up a little. Like what they are is upfront, like a marketing blitz. Of it's the movie's called Dead Hooker in a Trunk. We're kind of good looking or like checking off all the boxes of what we know guys want, and so it's like by the time you actually see the movie, you've bought into all the other bullshit that they've presented you up front, and it doesn't matter what the movie even is at that point. You know, we've already got our foot in the door. We already got your butt in the seat. You already bought the ticket. If you were disappointed, we don't even give a shit.
Yeah. That's I think that's Eric July's whole business model. We're gonna find out.
We're like, oh my god, okay, thank you. Turns out it was Eli Roth, and after he saw Dead Hooker and was really sweet about it, he said, well girls, I'd like to read something else by you. So at the time we had nothing, so he was so kind to us, we decided to the man. So I was like, Eli, I have so many scripts right now. This one, and this one, and this one about this medical student. And he's like, yeah, the medical student one sounds very interesting. I'd like to read that one. I was like, oh. Well, Eli, I would be so embarrassed if there was like a spelling mistake in there. So Jen and I are just going to take a little quick boo over it and we'll send it, write a script and just pull it out of our asses and be like, oh, here's the body model. So I look at Jen, I'm like, holy fuck, we have 2 weeks to send a script to Eli Roth. And I say, what the fuck do you know about body modification?
Well, looking at your tits, nothing.
Burn.
Yeah. So
why don't you get on that? We have some research to do.
That explains a lot, doesn't it? That the movie was written in 2 weeks with zero prep or planning.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen it, but based on Cayley saying, it sounds like a movie that was pulled together in 2 weeks.
If one's opinion I'm going to trust, it's going to be Cayley's.
Yeah, she knows.
But honestly, though, like, what do you really need to do for a horror movie Like, all the bullshit dialogue can come after the fact. What you just need is, like, a bullet point list of set piece action sequences or kill scenes, right? Like, first, it's the speculum, and then it's the, then we have, bone saw, and it's just like kill, 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 kill. How many kill scenes are we gonna have, and what are they? That's all you really have to come up with.
Right. Let's take it back to the OG film, though, Joe. This when we're talking about which one of
Bless
their
you.
movies is the worst. I don't particularly mind a good movie that is done on a shoestring budget by people that just want to make movies because they love movies. I bring up a movie called Spaghetti Man all the time, which is something that's definitely like that. It's like we have no money for anything, and we're just going to do the best that we can.
Mhm.
I respect that because it's done out of passion. So I think maybe that's what Eli Roth saw, but I
I
don't think
understand
that
the passion behind Spaghetti Man, but
Spaghetti Man fucking rules. Anyway, this is Dead Hook in the Trunk.
My goodness.
Some of this stuff we don't even need drugs to enjoy.
You know, in a really fucked up way, this is probably the most fun I've ever had.
I want to pause it right there. This is
Yeah.
not going to hurt getting the people that created Grindhouse's attention if you're including the OG El Mariachi, that went on to become Desperado with Antonio Banderas. This was the Mexican version, the lead. So they've put him in the movie to hopefully, I'm assuming to get Robert Rodriguez's attention, and instead they got
Mhm.
Eli Roth's attention. But
Mhm.
I just thought it'd be worth pointing out.
He was there for an hour.
Say what?
He was there for an hour.
Yeah, right. You got me for a half an hour. I'll do 2 takes in a car. It's the car that he drove in on. He just threw a camera in the back seat, and he said his lines, and then he drove away.
I feel
Yeah,
like
to my Go
I
ahead.
feel like these 2, have had a threesome because they think it's hot and not incestual. Do you know what I mean? They just seem like
Yeah.
I
Well, you
don't
think
know what's wrong with them.
For attention, you mean?
You just think that they seem like the type of sisters that have had a three-way with each other?
Yeah, like, I feel like they've probably kissed. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
they
Mhm,
just give
mhm.
that vibe off. I don't know why, but yeah.
Well, that'll get Hollywood's attention, I think.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong. Yeah, how old are they? If they're making out. Um, I don't see from that level, a lot of it seems okay, right? Oftentimes on this show, we talk about leveling up, and that's a great way to get attention, and you got it, but now what are you gonna do with it? And then also it's not cute, and, like, being schlock directors is no longer cute. Like,
Yeah.
once you're talking to Eli Roth and once you're, getting into the well, not Hall H for them, but, Hall I or whatever it is for Comic-Con, but once you're there, what are you gonna do with it? You can't just keep being like, "Ew, it's Grindhouse, so it's supposed to look like shit."
Yeah.
That's the Opie and Stuttering John mentality of movie making, you
Mhm.
know?
And I think you're right, and I think that they have managed to take this resume and turn it into, something that on paper, like, they have accomplished something, and put that in front of one Eric July, who has now given them opportunities, and one of those opportunities is writing for his comic book. Like, we're gonna look at the trailer that you guys have both seen, but they're actually writing the comic. Like I said, they wrote a series for Black Widow. I don't know how well received that was, but now they're writing for Yara. Is that how you say it? Yara?
Yara. Yeah.
Yara. And they've also made a trailer for the kind of like a promo trailer that we're going to end up watching. But this is them love bombing Eric July, and this is basically how girls are using their feminine wiles to advance their careers. And watch how Eric July looks. God bless you.
Thank you.
Did
you
You're just the most humblest
No,
creator I
we
have
could just see
ever
it.
met and the most scrutinized guy. Plus, you created the sale, so I guess
That's how you say that.
I mean, I've
you
never seen
have
him
to.
smile.
Eric, yeah, right. That's what
Yeah.
it's like. This is the most fun Eric July's ever had, talking to
Yeah.
these two dimwits.
Be
Yeah.
humble about
I'm
it.
True.
actually pissed
Inventor
off
of
that you
sales.
created the sale, boss. How dare you?
Yeah,
I
how
know.
dare you make me save money? But no, like I remember when we did Yara 1 and there was no piece where Stefania was in
The
her
one on the
cell
right
and
looks
Brian
trans.
overhears her praying. And
The one on the right looks what?
Trans looks like that she looks like a man. Fully looks like a man. The nose, the facial structure. Maybe they are twins, but like boy and girl twins. And the mum wanted two
Yeah.
girls.
Oh, I was kind of noticing that at the Fright Fest interview thing. One of them definitely had more of a like a feminine hip hourglass figure, and the other very slender ladyboy figure.
you said there
I
should
don't
be a
like this.
beat.
I don't like this conversation about one of the twins is good looking and the other one's not good looking. I don't like this.
You're both
I know where
so
this is. I know where this is going.
Here that shows how he makes this decision.
And her vulnerability,
Yeah.
because Stefania, she is very God-fearing, but she's had a rough life. She has a
Right.
very hard, like, you're not going to see her in church on Sunday.
Well, she's done well. Oh wait, I almost spoiled something.
Yeah, you did.
Maybe no, maybe
She goes to
no.
church?
I almost
Spoilers, he goes to church. What are we talking about?
Oh, men are so easy. You're such simple creatures, honestly. It's so easy to flatter a man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
You're so right. Oh my god, I'm so lucky that you're on my show. Can I give you a 6-figure salary?
Mhm.
Yeah. And it's gonna become apparent that Eric is leaning a little too hard into their reputation. A lot of people that have come up on this show already, Ethan Van Sciver for one, have totally 180'd on Eric, and a lot
Hang
of
on.
people.
Sorry, Andy. I'm gonna screen grab this so we can the show is New Girl and Her Pussy on our show. Anyway, sorry, Ethan Van Sciver. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, I'm just saying, because Eric had a reputation as being maybe like an anti-woke, kind of more conservative-leaning personality in the comic realm, and as soon as he got in bed, pun intended, with these two, a lot of people lost respect for him, and I think that it's justified on the quality of work that we've been seeing here. And like I said, they've gone on to, as filmmakers, create a short trailer for something that would pass as a Yara film. And it is so disjointed. It doesn't make you have no idea what's
I
going
couldn't
on.
figure. I watched it. I think when I sent it to you, was that the first seen it?
Was it what? The first time I've seen it?
When I sent it to you, was that the first time you'd seen it?
Yes.
Yeah, I had no idea what the fuck I was looking at.
Yeah, nobody does.
Yeah.
One of the comments that got my attention before I rewatched it again was, "I love it when her accent goes from Russian to Scottish." And then when I watched it again, I was like, "Oh my fucking god, it does!" Like,
I
oh,
think
the accent is so. If you can't do the accent, then it's
I think
just
it was
everything falls apart at that point. As soon it doesn't matter how well the film is as well. If someone's got a terrible accent,
Yeah.
it just fucking destroys it completely.
I think it goes German at some point too. But let's have a look at the Yara. I can't even say it. That's the hallmark of a good film, right? When or a good property when you don't even know how to pronounce it. It's
Yeah.
like my band Buzzmeyers.
That
Carl.
yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is that? Nobody is gonna remember this. Why did we name our band this?
This is gonna be tough.
All right. Already looks vastly better than any of the other trailers that they've done, right?
Mhm.
If there's one thing Eric July has, it's millions of dollars that he crowdfunded from his audience so that he could make garbage. And that's Eric July doing the voiceover,
Mhm.
which I'm guessing it's not made clear to anyone, but since it's the Rippaverse, I'm assuming this is ISOM, but that's never explained. I'm
Mhm.
just trying to
Mhm.
explain it to you guys and our audience because we're gonna get to the end of this and you're not gonna fucking understand this part of the trailer.
Train my body to do things that people like me shouldn't be able to do.
I trained
But
myself to fall from
unfortunately
a
for me,
building.
Jack off 5 times in one day.
fly.
Joking.
Yeah, I'm training my body by joking all the time.
Ain't one of them.
Don't follow me.
Oh, see, I didn't even catch that initially. That was the terrible accent telling who I'm assuming there is Isom. She's saying off screen, "Don't follow me." So apparently,
Mm.
she punched Isom through a car. And this is the third time I've watched this. I'm only figuring this out right now because you watch it the
Mhm.
first time, you're like, who said that? Why are they saying it? Who's
I
this
only
guy?"
I only watched it the one time.
Yeah, okay, you're lucky.
Biologist and archaeologist who we feel is going to be an undeniable asset here at Projexus. Won't you please
But
join me in welcoming her to our team?
Okay.
so they say Projectious there or whatever. That it's a terrible name, and then the logo is also full. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Just looking at the words behind him going forward. Just remember that they said it there, and
Yeah.
then try and come up with what that fucking name is later on.
Yeah. Buzzmeyers Industries.
Dr. Sally Rodell.
Pro Jesus.
Adapt or die.
Secure the area until Alpha
Is
Post
she a
arrives.
hero? Like that sounds like threat, right? That's
Right.
like
And
we've brought in a consult to tell you that you're going to do this or you're not, or you're fired. That's what that is. She a hero? Because it sounded like a threat to me.
right. And Eastern European / Russian. Like, these are
Right,
people
you're a villain already. Is she a
Yes.
villain?
Yeah, that's a good question. And again, looks pretty good, but the directing of this, like the way it's blocked and shot is mm,
Shitty.
amateur hour. Yeah. A lot of the framing and
We don't have all
pacing.
the lenses, Andy.
No,
How many
I'm saying
lenses am I
no,
supposed to
no,
have?
no, that's what I'm saying. They have the lenses.
Yeah, I
It
know.
looks good, but now you've got basically me directing this. I don't know what the fuck I'm
You
doing.
don't know. We've got a box of lenses over here, Andy. Which one would you like to use? No, the same one we always use, because that's the one I know. What am I gonna do? Why would I use a different lens? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about either.
Right.
I thought she was
It is
naked for a
truth,
second.
law.
It sounded like she said Solari, right?
Yeah, I
Yes.
thought that's what she said the first time I watched it, and then it became less clear the more times I watched it.
Yeah. So that's not even the character's name. I don't know.
Or is that
It's
the secret identity? I don't know.
yeah.
Nobody ever explains it to me, so.
Of the earth. Very few things have the ability to survive the test of time. Though we may not be around to see them to their fullest fruition, what we struggle to create now will be the triumphant echoes from the past.
At this point, I'm just begging for in a world. Please
Yeah.
explain to me what the fuck is going on. There's no context for what's happening.
I will say though, I couldn't understand if this was the same person at the time, but that I'm guessing that's her in the back, right? Because they have blue
Yeah.
eyes. I did think she was well cast, like, as far as her stature. She does have the stature of a hero.
That's the thing, Joe. Are you trying to say that good-looking, tall blondes in Hollywood are hard to come by? Because the real trick is finding somebody talented to act
Well,
the
she's
script
has
out, not
yeah.
just like be hot in fucking California. That's
Right, yeah, that's why
dime
Gina Carano was such a find because she had the physicality and was at least believable in a role and willing to push back against
Most
woke
importantly.
Disney bullshit. Anyway.
Thanks for the heads up. I was here. I lived. I am still here. I'm on you.
Is this a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know.
Yeah, I can't work out who's a hero and who's a villain. This is better when she goes, "Thanks for the heads up." Like, it's just so stupid. "Thanks for the heads up." I don't know. Oh my god, it's so bad. Listen to how she says this to him.
I wanted to switch to Jamaican at some point. It's like, hey, but it's Irie.
That's what happens when I try to do an Irish accent.
I'm right near the beach.
5 minutes. Thanks for the heads up. I was here. I lived. I am still here. I'm on you.
Is that an AI image?
Sweet dreams, chilled.
Right.
Hasta la vista, baby.
With a dry quote like that, she could be an action hero.
She is basically the that character from The Simpsons.
McBain?
Yeah, she's has all the acting ability of that guy.
Yeah, yeah.
The action of creation. I would like to thank Mr. Eusebio for allowing me the opportunity to discover and create, alongside my esteemed
I feel like I'm at an actual board meeting. I'm very bored.
Progeos.
colleagues at Drexus. Thank you.
That's not how you spell that.
Now this shouldn't even be in this trailer. This part, this is just a scene from the like a trailer should have paint a plot beat. Like here's a character. This is what they're up against. This is what's going to happen. How are they going to get out of it? That's a trailer, not two people that have nothing to do with that are basically side characters having a fucking conversation. This should not be in here in any
This
way.
trailer has fucking closing credits at the end.
Oh,
The
right.
trailer has tons of closing. I've never seen a trailer with closing credits before.
They treated it like it's fucking Michael Jackson's Thriller, like it's a short film. And I thought the same thing. I was like, oh my god, this trailer is over 5 minutes long. Why? It's because half of it is a credit crawl.
Well, like this is like a hodgepodge of like what seems to be dailies of action scenes, AI images of outer space, and then the one part that they could like legitimately control, a dimly lit press conference at night. Who, by the way, I'm pissed off. But I can't make it to the 11 o'clock news because you held this at 9 and the event goes till 10. And how am I supposed to get an edit together in that time? Like what time of day are we having this press conference?
Yeah.
Take
note of how many people are at the press conference too. It's a cobbled together
like
amount of
4 people in the audience.
Yeah. There's a grand total of like 7 people that are probably all crew.
Are those lights outside or inside? Why is it lit this way?
An archaeologist?
They're shooting day for night, Joe. Don't you know anything?
Bit archaic, isn't it?
She's well studied, Jerry. But if you want to question her credentials, be my guest.
That's not what I was saying. It's just an unusual area of expertise to pair with biology.
Well, Dr. Rodell, from my understanding,
She
is an
could
unusual
totally hear
woman.
that from there.
Yeah. And who is that? I don't know which one is which. Like, Doctor Road, is that the guy with the cowboy hat? Like, who is he supposed to be? Mark Cuban?
Well,
I'm a Texas millionaire, and I
so
hired this Eastern
yeah.
European woman to get the company back on track.
This is what, I sent or what I brought up to Andy New Girl when I sent this to him is that there's far too many assumptions and from Eric July or the creator's standpoint here that you're assuming that I know this. You're assuming that
Yeah.
I like it. You're assuming that I already understand a lot of things that are going on here, and there's no entry point for me here to be like, "I'm interested." All I have are questions that I don't give a shit if they're answered or not, really.
Yeah.
I don't care unless it's like, "Oh, she's kinda hot. Let me see her more." But I'm not going, "Oh, she's acting really well." Like, to your point, Andy, they're faking what Arnold's accent was a symptom of making a choice, right? Like, you chose to get this big dude, and unfortunately, he speaks this way. What you're doing is recreating that in a terrible way. You're like, "Oh, she's big and buff and also talks like a fucking idiot," and we're making that happen intentionally. But anyway, it answers nothing. It sets up, it answers nothing, and so there's no interest for me to even give a shit here.
What
Yeah.
are these stickers that they have on as well? Like, if this is like a business thing, why have they got ginormous stickers with the names and stuff on as
Yeah,
well?
yeah. Hi, my name is
The
Mickey.
one that I can't even see the stickers anyway, so I don't even know what the names are. It could have helped me understand who people were, but I can't even fucking see
Because it's
it.
a DabbleCon meetup, and I don't know who Ray Geethard is without a name tag.
Right. Their press credential, obviously. You're right, though, Joe. This goes back to week 1 where Dick Masterson was yelling at Eric that his, plot doesn't make any sense, and Eric's reply to that was, "I don't think I need to hold the audience's hand."
You do.
And I think that you're smart enough to arrive at the right conclusion, and we're not. This doesn't make any fucking
No.
sense. Well,
Yeah, to
you
your
letting
exact
my imagination fill in the blanks is not working.
That only works if you have a legendary property, like, say, Superman. Everybody complains, "I don't need to see Superman's origin story every movie. I don't need to see Spider-Man's origin story every movie. It's been made. We can move forward from that." That works if you have legendary properties like that. For a new property like this, you have to keep explaining it over and over again to people. I have this problem at my job sometimes where it's just like, wow, I feel like a moron because I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over again to people. But it's just like, yeah, but there might be people coming in here that don't know what you're talking about, and so you have to explain it every time. The trick is explaining it multiple times in a creative way
No, but
so it
it's like
doesn't get boring.
it's like when you do the intro to the show, it's like you've gotta treat every show like it's a new person listening for the
Mhm.
first time. You've always got to do it. Like, it's so easy to go back, but if someone on the first time, like, they need to understand what the hell's going on and who everyone is.
Yeah.
It's so
Okay.
stupid.
I'll take that criticism and try and apply it to my next episode. Thank you.
You do
You do it. It's the first part of the intro, where we cover apologies and, that you say it. You do say it. That's what we're doing here. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Hey,
somehow people are still mad that Shane Gillis is an ongoing.
yeah, I was gonna say what you have to do is say, "Welcome to All Apologies," where we cover apology tours, and Shane Gillis is not on the show, and the thumbnail is not indicative of what you might experience here.
Sorry, Yara isn't actually on the show.
Don't be threatened, Jerry. She's on our side.
Oh, she
Congratulations.
is. What that's the first time I've understood that.
But are they an evil company or are they a good company?
Yeah.
That's a good point. I bet she thinks that they're a good company, but it'll turn out that they're not, and then she'll turn on them and be the hero that, we all deserve.
Yeah, but I don't know if pro Jesus is a good show. I mean, they say they're pro Jesus, but is that a good thing? I guess we'll find out. Tune in next time to find out if being for Jesus is good or not. She is good looking.
And Tim Blake Nelson as Andy Warhol.
Yeah. I mean, it does look well, like, from visually, it looks, well cast. I'm assuming this is, like, some type of superhero team? I don't
He
know.
screams villain on the right, though, with the white hair. He
Yeah, yeah,
screams villain,
yeah,
totally.
Yeah. Who
and I
Joe,
think,
who fucking knows, Joe?
yeah,
I don't
I don't know. I'll have to go find out. I'll buy all the books.
You took that like a chump.
Were you trying to knock me out?
Look, if it's meant to be a death blow.
You took that like a chump. Yeah, okay.
Yara, stand down.
It was meant to be a death blow, so you failed.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was a failure.
Well,
Like, is
I've
that how I'm
literally
supposed
seen better acting on porn, like, it's not up to scratch.
Which
Send me
one?
yeah, send me the link. Alright, so this it gets to the end of and then you look at the runtime and you're like, "Oh my god, there's 3.5 minutes left." I cut it all out, but there is a full cast and crew crawl of credits at the end of this turd that we just watched.
I was waiting for like, at the end of the Marvels, where you get the credits, then you get I was like, "Are they gonna do something like that? Like, I'm gonna get all the way through this, and
Yeah, the
then
teaser.
they're gonna show me another teaser," but
Yeah,
no,
where's the
that
teaser
was
for
it.
the teaser?
No, that's in there. You didn't watch the whole thing?
Oh, 'cause I got to, like, this point, and I was like, "This is fucking dumb," and then it
Yeah.
started.
You were right about that.
Winter is here.
Winter?
Winter?
Winter is here?
Oh, is that her name? Is that like her superhero
No,
name?
it's
Yara means snow in Russian.
and it's oh, does it? Did you look
I
it up?
I
I don't know.
know.
I mean,
I
it's a
would have
terrible
totally believed that. I would have totally believed it.
yeah, you could have just said, "Yeah,
You
totally
said it
believe
with
it."
so much confidence,
Yeah.
like
That's what Gen X does. They just talk shit. But it was because we grew up without the internet.
No, yeah, no, if you just said if you said it with your full chest, that you thought you knew what you were talking about.
It's a stupid play on the Game of Thrones, "Winter is coming," right? She's like, "Winter is here."
Oh, I thought it was
I
Winter
think that's
Soldier shit. It's all derivative bullshit.
yeah, exactly.
ripping off like every other film, they've ripped everything off and done it badly, I suppose, so
I think she not for her acting ability, but purely visually, I think she's well cast, but, I'm not I'm not loving it.
I would have
I'll
liked
give it
to hear
compliment.
it I'd have liked to hear her just do it in her accent. I think that probably would have made it like,
She's
I
probably
don't know why she needs the accent, like
It's probably even worse porn acting if it's just her doing her normal
Yeah.
voice, it's just like, "Oh, you're here, we're all gonna, fight each other now, oh."
Oh my god, I'm taking it like a champ. Yeah.
So I have literally commented on Pornhub once because the girl's fake moaning was so bad. I had to comment. I was like, totally killed it. Like it was that bad that I felt the need to like sign in and leave a
I
comment.
must tell you, I was about to come, and then the moaning happened.
Yeah. Then you
Ruined
you crossed your eyes and stuck your tongue out for the 12th time, and just that's just not how women get fucked.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what Gen Z likes now. "Oh, you're doing me."
Oh no.
So this has become a point, like a sore spot for Eric July that he is squatted up with these two, not only because they're hacks, but also because they seemingly know more about comics than Eric does. And people, his detractors love to point it out. It's like you don't know how to write a comic, you don't know how to uh, pace a plot, you don't know anybody talented. You're working with these hacks now, and these two twins that everybody loves to whatever gamergate gatekeep these women out of comics and video games. These two seemingly know more than Eric. Like he should be gamer gated out of comic books according to these experts. I mean, I didn't credit these guys, but it's not the point.
Google what a Wonder Woman #1 is worth
Oh,
right
that's a
now.
good point. That's a good
Because
point.
for $25, if I could have gotten Amazing Fantasy 15 for 25 bucks, I would have just
Oh
I would have
no!
kept it.
Oh
And
no!
13 too.
Oh no!
Right. It's almost like
you've read Amazing Fantasy number 15, right?
$5 if I could have gotten Amazing Fantasy 15. For
Let's talk about. Go back to ISOM. What about it? Are you asking? What specific?
Wait. You've read Amazing Fantasy number 15, right?
What specific action are you asking pertaining?
dude,
Are the
Amazing
Soska
Fantasy.
fucking? Are they on our team?
I don't know. Worth a lot of money.
Bro, guys, the Soska sisters know what Amazing Fantasy 15 is. Eric didn't.
There are plenty of people that know who Spider-Man is.
So that's Eric failing to know that Amazing Fantasy is the first appearance of Spider-Man, and waiting for, if you're just listening to this, that somebody in the chat had to tell Eric that Amazing Fantasy 15 is the first appearance of Spider-Man, because when the sisters bring it up, he changes the subject because he doesn't know what they're talking about. And then when it showed up in the chat, he's just like, "Oh yeah, of course. Obviously, I know that." You don't. You're a fucking hack, and you've been exposed by two people that no one respects in the comic industry.
I don't know. Like, I've probably forgotten more than I ever knew about comics at this point. If somebody threw that at me out of the blue, I can't say I'd, know
It's not
immediately
your
what they were talking.
profession, though, is it?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And also, you've heard the story a million times. I mean, is that really a flex at this point? Like, of oh, what? And then Uncle Ben dies, and I mean, I don't know what happens in the Amazing Fan. I
You're
don't know.
not running around saying you're the savior of comics and you're
That's true.
next gen hero that is here to take down woke Marvel, though. So
Let me defend Eric July here. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that. But
no, we're not going to defend Eric July because he deserves to be shit on.
Fuck you!
Yeah, I don't. Do we want? Is this the point where we should accept or reject the CEO of?
Well, I just want to move forward a little bit. How many fucking issues of this comic are like? What is this arrogance of like? I'm just going to move forward and make a movie about it, or even just like a demo of what this might look like for to replace The Boys on Amazon. It's just like seems pretty arrogant for you to think that you should go forward with this movie or whatever it's supposed to be.
I would say that it'd be a Ryan Reynolds make Deadpool short as a launching pad to getting the movie made,
Except
or
way worse.
Yes, worse, but possibly putting this on GoFundMe and crowdfunding another $3 million from your fans to make something that will end up being probably as bad as American Mary. Like, who fucking knows what they're gonna do with it? But they did that. They did it. Whatever it is. Let's see. How many issues?
I could see if they did it as like a trailer for the comic and not for a movie. That kind of could be a cool thing to do. But
Yeah.
if they're potentially seeing it as an actual film, but then if they've shot that, generally, don't you like shoot a film and then take the footage to make the trailer? So is the movie not made, or is it just they've actually just shot them tiny little clips?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It came May 26th of 2024. Episode or issue 1 of the comic came out in May of 2024. I keep saying episode. Edition number 2, whatever. Comic number 2 came out in 2025. It doesn't even say the month. And then issue 3 is TBA. So they don't even have 3 fucking issues in over a year.
There's 1 issue of Yara.
So issue 2 is supposed to come out sometime this year. So what you're telling me is this comic comes out once a year?
It's a 56-page collection featuring the character Yara, also known as the Ice Queen.
Oh, that's why Vinter is here.
Yeah, that's the
I like the way you say that.
I don't think I'll ever say Vinter the same again.
You sound like somebody that could cast in my movie. about
I'm
Yara.
sold.
All right, I'll see you on the casting couch.
How is there one issue and it's Yara number 3? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't think there's even 2 issues of this. What is this, fucking Super Killer? It's just never gonna come out. Shots at Vito. Anyway, this is just more piling evidence, like piling up in front of Eric July about. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Joe. Don't comics come out once a month?
Typically, in the but this is the difference. This is why, like, say, you're shitting on Marvel and DC. At least Marvel and DC would be like, "We need an idea. We'll get the issue out. I mean, we got the artists, we got the writers. Just give me an idea."
Mhm.
This is the opposite of that. "Oh, we have an idea, but we have no ability to put it out."
Yeah, but you know what? I'd be able to put it out if you gave me another $3 million. Here's a trailer from
Yeah.
2 fucking hacks
I
that.
know you hate Marvel, but pay them to put it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Find the last person that was doing their distributing or something.
Mhm.
Anyway, Eric July.
Don't do what Donnie don't does.
Not pulling it off. But I wanna thank New Girl for, she's
Putting
always
up with our
game to come.
bullshit.
Yeah, every time I reach out, she says, "Yeah, I'll come on anytime." So it's my fault that it took so long to finally have you back on the show. You're beloved on the show from the audience and the host. So thank you for
Yeah. Thank
lending
you for
your
having me.
valuable time.
We'll
And
have to bring a subject that you're more attuned to next time.
Do you know what? I sometimes I much prefer like things like this because I'm learning new things. Like it's knowing something for the first time. Like
yeah.
it's all well and good, like rambling on about something that you know, but when you like don't know it, you're like, oh, that's interesting. I know I've got a couple of films I can go and watch tonight.
Yeah, yeah. I
Right.
think that is kind of what we do with the show. We've kind of been finding the format, and I think a lot of times we pick these topics that we don't know anything. This is us kind of figuring it out. I don't do a lot of homework week sense to bring this to you guys on the table like say Luigi does, Greenberg does on Skeptical Robot. He does a very well researched and very well put together presentation of a topic that he's interested in. I'm just kind of like, oh, what's going on in the news? This is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Coldplay, and then we try and figure it out basically.
Yeah, I need the chat to explain it to me. That's why we need to get a chat going so they can be like, "No, you fucking idiot. It's amazing. It's amazing number 15."
Well, that's what happened. This is gonna come out on Wednesday, and Tony from Hack the Movies is gonna be like, "You guys got it all wrong. It's this, and this." And I'm like, "Dick, I invited you on this episode, and you never asked me, so don't bitch at me now, Tony."
Well, that'll be a good reason for him to come on and explain it all to us.
Maybe he could come on next week for the final week of Eric July. I think we're all kinda burning out on this dickhead, but I thought that,
I was
pivoting
burned out on him from the first fucking episode.
I know. But at least
I've hated this.
I thought the twins were fun to shit on though, right?
It was good.
Okay. Well, thank you everybody. Please like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. If you're listening to this and you haven't subscribed, please do us a big favor and subscribe there. Also follow us for free on Instagram for more heads up about what we have going on. But if you want to support the show for free and see the paywall content that we did with New Girl about more homie getting fired, the Manuel Acho, Joy, what's her name, Joe?
Taylor.
Yeah, the Fox Sports
FS1 fire cancellations and firings.
Yeah, and more. That's all happening over on.
Update on Sandra Dorley, the episode that Carl was on with.
Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about that.
Update.
And if you're at the $10 level where it's unedited, you can see me talk about some of my sexual conquests.
Yeah.
I don't think we were recording yet when you were telling us all that.
Yeah.
I think there was a little bit in the middle. It come back up again. Oh.
Yeah, your girl was asking us which nudes she should send to her. And so if you wanna put 1 and 2 in the chat on our page, no, that didn't happen. But that's for the $50 level. That doesn't exist. So for New Girl and for Joe Sixpack, I'm Chuck Randy saying,
"Hey, sorry."